Yo, hip hop heist, man. What up? We back at it with another reaction, man. Young Thug vs. Gunna, from brothers to Opps, the leaked calls that changed everything. So this video came across, my desk. Really, I just seen it on the feed, and I was like, yo, let me tap into this. This might be a good reaction. From brothers to Opps is what caught me. So it must be an in-depth look at what happened, and then what happened, how they got started, what happened to the friendship, the brotherhood, and how they became Opps. So let's get into it, man. Go hit that like and subscribe, man. Go get that sticker we got on the channel for $5.55. Really helps out, so we can bring you this content, man. This is Hip Hop Heist. Let's get it, man. Shout out, excuse me. Shout out Hip Hop Daily for this article that we reacting to, man. Let's get to it, man.
That could split up the entire rap game. Before the drama started, Young Thug and Gunna have been rocking with each other for over a decade. For the story, we gotta take it back to 2015 when they got introduced to each other by a dude named King Troop. King Troop and Gunna were both from College Park, and Troop had a huge name in the streets. According to sources, Troop and some other dudes went out to LA and got the blessing from some OG Rollin' 60s Crips out there to start their own chapter in Atlanta. And after that, big name Rollin' 60s like Nipsey Hussle would pull up and chop it up in College Park. Troop had ties all over the rap game too, with dudes like 2 Chainz and T.I. And he knew Young Thug from back in the day too. By the time Gunna started really trying to rap, Thug was already popping off, so Troop told Gunna to pull up to one of Thug's music video shoots so they...
Oh shit, okay, so this dude named Troop that linked them together. That's crazy.
Me, Troop called us, called me and Nietzsche. They said, Slime's doing shooting a video over here in the hood. Y'all come down here, make sure you good.
Thug and Gunna became homies after that. But what really brought them together was when Troop got brutally killed a few months later. Troop was allegedly involved with the murder of a blood named CP3 at a club. It's not clear if Troop was the one who pulled the trigger, but CP3's death is allegedly what got him killed. In December 2015...
Hey, the streets is cold, man. That's crazy. This dude really put two of the greatest artists, you know what I mean? For sure, Young Thug the last 10, 15 years. Gunna the last 5 to 8 years. This dude Troop really had the hand in connecting the dots like that. That's powerful. And then he get taken out. It's just a cold ass world, man.
Was leaving the gas station on Old National Highway in College Park when a dude named Patrick Wilson ran up and started shooting. Patrick Wilson had been waiting outside for over 20 minutes.
Oh shit, that was him right there. Way up there at the corner. Look, sneaking around the corner.
Outside for over 20 minutes. And when Troop
that's crazy.
came out, he walked him down and dumped 14 shots into him. Then while Troop was laying on the ground bleeding to death, Patrick Wilson took his hoodie off so Troop could see who killed him. Patrick Wilson tried to do the race, but the...
Damn, that's crazy. He took his whole hoodie off. Said, look at me as you go. That's crazy. Look at me, puppet.
Found him at a crib a couple days later, and he jumped out of a second-story window to get away. Troop's death was a big loss for Gunna and Thug, and Young Thug said he took Gunna under his wing because that's what Troop would have wanted him to do.
We had a big homie named Troop. Rest easy, Troop, and he brought Gunna to me, like, hey, I want you to take them under your wing, and like, these my little boys, I really raised them. Take them under your wings, make sure they okay.
Then when Thug finally came home after the Rico case ended, he dissed Gunna on an unreleased track and rapped, "Only reason I fucked with you, Gunna, it was cause of Troop."
Only reason I fucked with you, Gunna, it was cause of Troop.
But before all the beef kicked off, Gunna and Thug were taking over the game together. Thug featured Gunna for the first time on his Jeffrey record in 2016. Then a few months later, Gunna officially signed the Thug's YSL label. Thug and Gunna were always in the booth together. And Thug said he spent more time with Gunna than he did with his own kids.
I just poured my all into him, bro. I gave this nigga more time than my children, bro. I gave him more time than my kids.
According to Thug, he bought Gunna's first crib with his own money. Then he paid for half of Gunna's mom's crib too. Gunna and Thug were super tight for years, but that all changed overnight after they got hit with the RICO case. Gunna took an Alfred plea and was able to get home pretty fast. He didn't testify against anyone in the case, but people still started calling Gunna a rat because he took the plea and admitted that YSL was a gang and not just a record label. For a long time, nobody on the outside really knew how Thug was feeling about the situation. A lot of Gunna's old homies in the rap game, like Lil Durk and Lil Baby, were dissing him after he took the deal. But some people thought Thug was still rocking with him because he never really said anything about Gunna publicly. And while Thug was still locked up, Gunna was showing love on his new music. Like when he dropped the track I Was Just Thinking and raps, "Only gotta cry cause it's feeling for my bro. And you know my mind, you done watch that nigga grow. Know you hearing lies that your little brother my foe. Yeah, I'd copped out, but don't let him say I told." When Thug took his plea deal at the end of the RICO case, he agreed not to be around anybody in the YSL crew except for two people, Gunna and his brother Unfunk. When Thug's lawyer said that Thug needed to have contact with Gunna because they were in business together, some fans thought that meant Thug was still cool with Gunna. That definitely wasn't.
You know what's crazy? That's what I thought when I was watching the trial, and the judge was like, don't have no contact with anybody, Gunna, whatever. He's like, yeah, but I got to work with him, right? Because they got songs together, they got to perform, shit like that. I was wondering that too, I was like, damn, so he's cool with him. Like, he's cool with Gunna. He's not tripping. He must have told Gunna to say that or some shit.
Case though. And when Thug came home, he dissed Gunna by name and told him to stop acting like they were friends. Thug deleted the post immediately, and Gunna didn't respond at first. Everyone knew the situation wasn't good though, and in August 2025, Gunna dropped the track Prototype and raps, "Niggas be doing that capping, now that capping catch up to your front door. Run the cash, need it pronto. Whenever mad, got a blunt roll. I got my bitch a trainer, she ain't had to get lipo. Nigga had tweeted my name, must have had to be a typo. Pray the cash could recycle." Gunna didn't actually say Thug's name on the track, but then Thug leaked a song called Closing Arguments and took the disrespect up a level. Gunna wasn't the only dude in YSL who took a deal, and Thug took shots at him and everyone else who took pleas when he raps, "Yeah, Gunna a rat, Yak a rat, Slug a rat, Woody a rat. Fuck that nigga Obama. He's still mad about baby mama. Slime Life Shawty, make sure you put down your 40. DK, okay shit, he gay. Hey, I would say I'm stepping, but that's cliche. Hey, niggas thought they left me, then we beat the case. And Thugger Main LaFleur, I had more hoes than I got."
Hey, that video in the background is, what is it, relationship or some shit? Future and Young Thug, that video is ill, for sure. He said, "Thugger Main LaFleur, I have more hoes than I got hair. I hope every rat go camping and get ate by a bear."
I hope every rat go camping and get ate by a bear. Slime Life Shawty took a deal like Gunna and admitted that YSL was a gang. But after he came home, he said that he didn't snitch because the founder of YSL already admitted to the cops that it was a gang. Slime Life Shawty didn't actually give the cops anything that could jam him.
Okay, that's something to talk about. He said, "Yeah, I'm home. Ain't have to snitch to get here, dickhead. I admitted Young Slime Life was a gang because it ain't illegal for no group to be a gang. Look it up. That don't hurt nobody. Anybody can be a gang. Plus, the founder already admitted it, stupid. What I pose to say if a founder admitted it. What I didn't do was say yes. It's a fact. People in YSL commit crimes like murder and ECT because I don't know nothing about that." He said, "Yeah, it's a fact. People in YSL commit crimes like murder and etc. because I don't know nothing about that." So yeah, he's saying, since Young Thug said it was a gang already in the founders, it's not the same.
Didn't snitch because the founder of YSL already admitted to the cops that it was a gang. Slime Life Shawty didn't actually give the cops anything that could jam up the rest of the crew. but it still wasn't a good look when he was in court pointing people out to the prosecutors. Slime Life Shawty did say that YSL was a gang, but he also told the court that he didn't know about any street activity going on in the crew. Slime Life Shawty didn't think he ratted on Thug though, so after Thug dissed him, Slime Life Shawty dropped the track Program and raps, "I put my heart inside this shit. Now this the thanks I get. This shit got hard, but I go Thug. That's the price of respect. I lost love, I lost friends, I lost fans, I lost money. I lost faith, I lost hope. I found them both, flew right back jumping. Yeah, idols turned to rivals. Feel like I got in this game for nothing." Thug was airing everybody out for snitching and working with the cops, but the whole story changed when the video of Thug's own interrogation came out. Back in 2015, Thug's homie Pee Wee Roscoe allegedly shot up Lil Wayne's tour bus because Thug and Wayne were beefing. After the shooting went down, the cops brought Thug in to talk about the situation, and he sat down and talked to the cops for 2 hours without even asking for a lawyer. Thug broke down the whole beef between Lil Wayne and Birdman to the cops.
They're like brothers more than Birdman Wayne.
They're doing what now, brother?
I said them was them there more brothers than Bird and Wayne.
Oh, Roscoe and Lil Wayne? With more than...
Used to bring Wayne his drugs. Like, trust him.
He even told him that Pee Wee Roscoe used to be Wayne's plug back in the day. There's a lot of back and forth on social media about Thug's interrogation. Some fans think he didn't really give the cops anything they could use against anybody else. But talking to the cops for 2 hours really isn't a good look. Especially because at the end of the interrogation, Thug told the cops they'll tell him anything, as long as they don't tell the world that it came from him.
Listen.
Yes, sir.
Promises. Make promises. Just we'll keep promises. Whatever you anytime you ever think you want to know anything, tell me. I'll tell you anything. Well, don't tell the world.
What you got, brother?
Yes, you can.
Hey.
Thug was getting trashed all over the place when the interrogation video came out. So he clapped back on closing arguments and said, "Ain't no rat in me at all, kid. I'd rather die than telling a nigga for real, for real. And it's a big difference between me and y'all. Y'all niggas pointing niggas out and say they did the crime, nigga. I said he didn't, you dig?" Thug's interrogation has been out for a while, but nobody really brought it up until he started calling everybody else rats. Hearing Thug talk to the cops for hours went crazy, but the biggest twist in the case...
You know what? So, I mean, in that case, you kind of gotta... You gotta play the cops game a little bit, but you know, so what they're saying there is he didn't get nobody hemmed up over the words that he said in that 2 hours. He was just jaw japping, and you know what I mean? Like, just, you know, the cops just want to hear shit. So they want to hear the biggest shit, you know? Pause. Big shit. Alright. I'm burnt, man, but yeah, they just want to hear hear information, intel, you know, so I don't know, I haven't listened to it, so I can't just come out and say that Young Thug's their interrogation was not wrong. But I mean him talking to the police, but you know, you have to play the game somehow. Like you can't, obviously you're not just pointing people out, right? But you have to still play the game. So let's get back to it.
The jail call started leaking and changed the whole rap game. The first thing that came out was Thug talking to 21 Savage about Gunna taking the plea.
You got to, you hold his career in your hand, bro. That's what I'm telling you. If you come out right now and tell the world what he did went wrong, cause them folks already on the internet like, man, fuck all that.
Savage was trying to defend Gunna at first and said he didn't think Gunna was trying to hurt Thug. But after Thug brought up how Gunna called YSL a gang, 21 Savage switched on Gunna and said, fuck that nigga.
At the end of the day, saying fucking nigga, what that's really finna get a nigga for real.
21 Savage and Thug also talks about other rappers dissing Gunna.
Dirt said something to him, but that's it. Like, Wham, them niggas ain't doing all this shit. Like, yeah, but I mean, that's just that little boy shit. That ain't really saying that to no. That's just like, damn, I'm disappointed, bro.
Savage thought people were dissing Gunna just for the clout and shouldn't have jumped the gun without talking to Thug first. But Thug said Lil Baby did talk to him before he started dissing Gunna. Then everyone found out that Thug has been faking his streams so he can go #1 on the charts. Thug dropped his album Business is Business while he was still locked up. It looked like he wasn't gonna go #1 though. So Thug asked one of his homies if he still had the plug to get illegal streams to run the numbers up.
Yeah, let's try to beat that nigga. You still got that plug, right? That shit what we did with none of them. You still got that plug?
Yeah.
Tell you. All right, my boy.
Yeah.
Thug wasn't the only one faking numbers though, because he apparently used the same.
Everybody doing that. And the labels are just doing it at a bigger, at a bigger scale. You get what I'm saying? Like, the more money you drop on those farms, those stream farms, the more your numbers go up, man. And it's all about the optics.
Plug for Gunna back in the day. In another call, Thug said he dropped 50K on bots so that Gunna's record DS Forever would debut at #1 on the charts.
I spent $50 extra grand buying motherfucking streams. $50,000 buying streams for you.
Thug and Gunna didn't shock anybody, but Thug
That says right there, 50 grand. Some of these labels, putting 200 grand behind these ads and different ways to boost the streams. It's not just advertising. It's actual paying somebody to hack the numbers. Straight up.
shots at everybody in the industry from jail. Somebody requested all the phone records from where Thug was locked up and started releasing them online. In one of the calls, Thug was dissing Kendrick Lamar because Kendrick wouldn't do a feature for him.
How many take care of their family because of buddy? Kendrick, then put it. You're a superstar. You don't ran up you a few hundred M, but you ain't put nobody on though.
Thug took shots at Kendrick for not putting anyone else on, and Thug said Kendrick wouldn't do features for Lil Durk or Lil Baby either. Kendrick and Drake were beefing when the call happened, and Thug said that Kendrick would never be bigger than Drake because Kendrick didn't help anybody out. Now some fans are saying that Kendrick sent a subliminal at Thug when he dropped the track Squabble Up and rapped, "Tell me why the fuck you niggas rap if it's fictional. Tell me why the fuck you niggas fed if you criminal. Hey, Doc, can I get a drop?" I'm like, nigga, nah. That verse came out way before the phone calls leaked, but there could have been some tension behind the scenes that nobody on the inside knew about. Thug was always tight with Drake, and nobody was surprised when he picked Drake over Kendrick. But in another leak call, Thug sent shots at Drake too, and said that he should have talked to President Joe Biden to get him a pardon. And in another call, Thug confirmed that Drake sent shots at Gunna for him on the track Parade on Cleveland when he raps, "I'm about to mop up some boys. It's custodian time. Me and my thoughts is the loneliest time. Don't tell me about loyalty. Show me this time. Business is business. You owe me this time. Slime on your head. Nickelodeon time."
Slow ass beat too, just you gonna hear every bar.
It's a bar.
He just popping it the worst way. I come right on that one with him. You're a rat.
Then another call came out where Thug was taking shots at Glorilla and calling her ugly.
I saw the girl, Gorilla. Why the hell people say she pretty? That ugly.
Glorilla clapped back and said that Thug was the one who had been blowing her phone up, and that's what Thug hopped on Twitter.
Yeah, that's corny. Bro was really out there exercising his free speech on that phone. Super Chatty Patty and Chatty Cathy and all the chatties for show. Like he was doing a lot.
Apologized and said he was just having a hard time with life when he was dissing her. Then on another call, Thug dissed J. Cole and Andre 3000 and said that nobody wants to hear their music.
Andre 3000, you one of the biggest artists in the world. You became one of the biggest artists in the world. But you ain't helped nobody. You ain't put nobody on.
Andre 3000's been chilling for years and isn't involved with any rap beat. But Thug still took a shot at him and said Andre 3000 didn't help anybody else out when he was one of the biggest artists in the world.
Oh, well, they're from Atlanta, too, so I see Thug's just, there's a reason why he called him out, like, because obviously we're trying to be the biggest from Atlanta, but I see why, I don't see why Thug was calling him out, but I understand, I do understand it, I guess.
Giving this to Migos.
But that's not true though, because Andre 3K, he's put a lot of people on. Like they're all name one. I'm like, shit. ChatGPT. Who has Andre 3 stacks put on? No, honestly, I couldn't even say that. I don't know, but I think the influence wise. A lot of people say Outkast is their influence, so especially people from the South, like in Georgia and shit, Yeah, let's get to it though.
Of anybody else out when he was one of the biggest artists in the world. Thug even dissed the Migos and said they weren't making any money for the label. Thug has ties to Quavo, Offset, and Takeoff from way back in the day, and fans were shocked that he was dissing them. But then after the call leaked, Thug hopped on Twitter and told Quavo that he loves him and said rest in peace to Takeoff. Thug deleted the tweet right after it went up though, and it's looking like he's burning all kinds of bridges in the rap game. Thug dissed Lil Durk too, and said he did a lot for Lil Durk. But then Durk started switching up on him and wouldn't clear a song that was supposed to be on Thug's album he dropped while he was in jail. Durk's homie OTF Mr. 300 wasn't rocking with the disrespect, so he clapped back at Thug and said he was gossiping like a straight bitch on the phone. Mr. 300 said he would never trust a dude who wears makeup and dresses. Then Thug shot back and called OTF a bunch of junkies and said he was the one paying for Lil Durk's lawyer. Thug and Future have been tight for years, and Future was always showing love while Thug was fighting his case. But it turned out that Thug was dissing him too. Thug called Future a deadbeat father and said he's supposed to be 100% locked in with the kids, but Future is locked in 100% with the bitches instead.
Bitches want to have your kids and shit too, but you still gotta be like 100% locked in with the kids. You like 100% locked in with the bitches.
Then Thug started hating on Future for real and said, "You biting and you ain't real, a buster all the way around." Thug wanted Future to do a free Thug show while Thug was fighting the Rico case, but Future didn't want to do it. Future didn't respond to the leaked calls, but his homie Zona Man hopped on Instagram and said that Thug was just mad because Future hooked up with the girl that Thug used to be involved with. Thug was crashing out on the phone and even said that Travis Scott has 11 murders on his hands.
This nigga mama died. I'm dealing with real life shit. Travis got goddamn 11 murders on his hands. You don't get your mustache back, son. Goddamn.
Thug was talking about the crowd crush that happened back in 2021 at Astroworld, where 11 people died while Travis Scott was on stage. But saying your own homie murdered 11 people is crazy. After the calls came out, Thug hopped on Twitter and said he was sorry to everyone involved and hoped they could forgive him. Then he dropped the track Miss My Dogs and rapped about how sorry he was to the homies he dissed. Thug rapped about Drake and said, "Drizzy, you my brother. You know I ain't going against you. I got manners. Everything you did for the rap community, can't ban you. Never diss you. Came to visit me a cop bounty like..."
Hey, that's crazy to just... That rollout is crazy. If you think about it, he just said, what'd he say? That roll, Young Thug is nuts. That's his label dropping all that shit. You know, let's be real. Let's see. Let's ask ChatGPT real quick. I know y'all can't see this, but I'm asking ChatGPT how many units did Young Thug's last album sell? Yo, ChatGPT, how many units did Young Thug's last album sell?
Young Thug has been featured in quite a few songs over the years. Off the top of my head, he's been credited with writing on tracks for artists like Drake, Travis Scott, and many more. If you're curious about a specific count or want more detailed info, I can definitely look that up for you.
Yeah, I need to know, how many units did his last album sell?
Young Thug's latest album, UI Scooty, moved about 52,000 album equivalent units in its first week and debuted at number 6 on the Billboard 200.
So for all that rollout, you know, because it's part of the rollout, you guys got to see through that. All that leaked phone calls, all that promotional content, sold 52K, bro. Let's ask. Actually, yeah, we're gonna stop there. But 52,000 for all that leaked phone calls, and then he puts out a tweet. Everyone involved, thank y'all. That's like thanking the cast of a movie, you know, the credits, the staff. Thank y'all for being a part of this rollout. Peace. I hope y'all forgive me. That's crazy.
But saying your own homie murdered 11 people is crazy. After the calls came out, Thug hopped on Twitter and said he was sorry to everyone involved and hoped they could forgive him. Then he dropped the track Miss My Dogs and rapped about how sorry he was to the homies he dissed. Thug rapped about Drake and said, "Drizzy, you my brother. You know I ain't going against you. I got manners. Everything you did for the rap community, can't ban you. Never diss you. Came to visit me a cop bounty like my kin do." Then Thug showed love to Lil Baby in raps. Wham, pick up the phone. Yeah, talk to me. It's Spider. Taught you everything you know about this shit. We for lifers. God told you in the Bible, the devil will knife you. Rap's already winning. Don't let this shit divide us. He apologized to Future too in raps. Man, I miss my dog. Sitting down and having talks with me. Walking me through this life shit. You deserve an apology. Standing right beside you, and you was right beside me. I don't gotta speak on your name. They know astrology. Thug talks about the snitching rumors on the same track too. In one of the jail calls, Thugger dissed Gucci and called him soft. But on the track, he took it back and raps. Nigga, you know you ain't soft. You didn't raise a rat. Nigga grew up word law. I think Jeezy will tell you that. Nigga, please, I'm not a rat, but that cheese where it's at. All the niggas on the case that didn't take pleas. That is that. Thug also did an interview with an Atlanta OG named Big Bang and said he was just talking crazy on the phone because he thought it was over for him while he was sitting in jail.
And I just felt like it was just over. Like, I'm just sitting in jail 24 hours on 23 and 1. I'm in a cell 23 hours.
Thug said that Lil Baby, Future, and everyone else he dissed in the phone calls are still cool with him, but a lot of fans are calling cap on that. It's not clear where a lot of Thug's old homies are at with him right now, but Thug made it clear that he's never rocking with Gunna again. Gunna has stayed quiet the whole time while Thug was crashing out on everyone, but Thug said he was never going to be able to forgive him.
Gunna didn't pull up on Thug mama. Gunna didn't pull up on Thug family. Gunna didn't pull up on Dolly. Gunna didn't pull up on nobody that has nothing to do with Thug. So it's no way possible you think that Elle was serious when she said you got to get out so you can help Thug.
According to Thug, Gunna is the only reason that the YSL Rico case even happened. Thug claimed that after Gunna admitted that YSL was a gang, a lot of other dudes took pleas and said it was a gang too, and that's why the DA was able to turn it into a Rico case. But while Thug has been crashing out and burning bridges all over the rap game, Gunna stayed focused on the music and kept his momentum up in the industry. And now that people are finding out about Thug's interrogation video where he talked to the cops for 2 hours straight, a lot of fans are saying that Thug should forgive Gunna for taking the plea. Gunna hasn't said anything after Thug started crashing out, but Lil Woody and Yak Gotti hopped on IG and clowned Thug over the situation. Nobody's really paying attention to Yak Gotti and Woody, but Young Thug falling out with dudes like Drake, Future, and Lil Baby could change the whole game. Nobody knows how the situation is gonna shake out, but if people start choosing sides and turning on Thug, the niggas split up Atlanta and the rest of the rap game too.
Hell yeah, shout out Hip Hop Daily for that. I think everything just flows as it is. You get what I'm saying? I think everything is like, I don't know. I think Young Thug Young Thug is still Young Thug after the phone call, after all this. It's up to the people that he dragged into this to forgive him. Real talk. And yeah, man, I don't know. I wonder if Young Thug and Gunna will ever be friends again. I'm not sure. But yeah, let me know in the comments. Thank y'all for watching, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this content, and we're gonna keep it rocking, man. Hip Hop Heist, be happy, be healthy, man, be of service, man. Help somebody, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, we gonna get out of here, man. Hip Hop Heist, like and subscribe. Do what you gotta do to survive, but don't don't go over the edge, man. Help somebody out. That's it. Peace.